Harihi Om. The same topic is going on. Today is verse number 23. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi. Buddhau satyam pravartate. Buddhau satyam pravartate. Sushuptau nasti tannashe. Sushuptau nasti tannase she. Tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. Tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi. Buddhau satyam pravartate. Sushuptau nasti tannase. Tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. Rag, ichha, sukha, dukkha, adi. Attachment, desire, pleasure, pain, and so on. Buddhau satyam. When mind or intellect functions, pravartate, are perceived, sushuptau, in deep sleep, na means not, asti means here is, tat nashe, upon its destruction, tasmat, therefore, buddhehe, of the mind, tu, here only means raga, dvesha, all such things what we discussed right now, attachment, desire, pleasure, pain, likes, dislikes, belong only in buddhi. Na, not atmanaha, of the atma, means not belong to atma. Here, buddhau, it is seventh case, saptami. Satyam is seventh case. Sushuptau is seventh case. And tat nase is there, na? Tan nase, this is reasoning, logical reasoning. So attachment, desire, pleasure, pain, and so on are perceived to exist only as long as the mind or intellect functions. They are not perceived in deep sleep. When the mind ceases to exist, therefore they belong to the mind alone and not in the Atma. Because at least if we can remember our sleep, it is so homogeneous. There is nothing. Even if you sleep with your most desired or undesired enemy also, deep sleep is one for everyone else. For a tiger, for a deer, for a peacock, for human being, for gods and goddesses. Deep sleep are same that state. Clear? So they are what happens there? Their mind and intellect drops. Drops means suspended. Because if it gets distracted, then again new mind, new intellect, it's not possible. Why? Because memory faculty, then it will be new memory. Of course not. So we can remember 20 years ago what happened, 30 years ago what happened. Means in deep sleep, some people think that mind, intellect, everything gets distracted. No, no. It's suspended. Only Atma and ignorance remain. And all other faculties remain suspended. Whenever, due to vasana, we get up or we wake up, then and there, that suspended things gets active. You know, Sri Ramakrishna once gave a very nice example that if some person uh, is having, some person is, suppose ghost has affected anyone else, and he is going to take holy deep in Ganga, and in the bank of Ganga there is a tree. Okay, so the person is going. So before approaching Ganga, the ghost go up into the tree. The person is taking a deep, holy deep, deep, deep. There is no ghost. When he is coming up, all the ghosts come down, and likewise in deep sleep, no ghosts are there. Disturbing ghosts like mind, intellect, all such things. So, ragicha, sukha dukkhadi, buddhau, satyam pravartate. I'm telling the prose order. Ragicha, sukha dukkhadi, buddhau, satyam pravartate. Sushuptau, tannase, means buddhi vilope नास्ति. सुषुप्तौ तन्नासे और बुद्धि विलापे विलोपे नास्ति. तस्मात्, tat means tasmat rag ichha sukha dukkhadi buddhehe na atmanah. Clear? So nice. Rag ichha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate. In buddhi. Whenever buddhi is there, we have likes, dislikes, desire, pain, pleasure, anxiety, depression, doubts. Sushuptau, in deep sleep, tannashe, Sushuptau buddhi bilope nasti. What nasti? There is no likes, dislike, pleasure, pain, anxiety, doubt, all such things. So, what is the conclusion? Tasmat, therefore, tat means rag, ichha, sukha, dukkhadi, tu buddhehe asti, na atmanah. Whenever buddhi is present, he is engaged in his own duty. तब तक आसक्ति है, इच्छा है, सुख है, दुख है, सारे कर्मकारिता है. सुषुप्ति में बुद्धि का विलय जब होता है तब आसक्ति नहीं रहता किसी भी चीज पर. तो इससे पता चलता है कि आसक्ति, डिजायर एटसेट्रा आर द एट्रीब्यूट्स ऑफ बुद्धि, not of Atma. Okay. So, what is Sukh? So, when the mind will be, what is Sukha? What is happiness? So, when in our mind everything is in favor, Anukul, what I want, that I get, if that happens, that is called Sukha. Then Dukkha means what I don't desire, what I don't want, what is not in favor, and if we get that, that is called Dukkham. बुद्धौ सत्याम, बुद्धि रहने से प्रवर्तते, स्वकार्य में प्रवृत्त होता है. So, a little bit of that sloka more. There is no place. The thing is, we should not take the Vachyartha of this sloka, direct meaning, we should not take. Because tan means buddhi nashe, बुद्धि का कभी नाश नहीं होता. Intellect never gets distracted. It is suspended. So, this sloka should not be taken as Vachyartha, direct meaning. Okay. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji here has answered the question of Nyaya and Vaisheshika Darshana or philosophy, because they thought all such properties, attributes belong to Atma. But Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji corrected their thinking process. There is no place for ignorance in the blissful existence of the self, which is omniscient and omnipresent. How can there be darkness before light? And how can the passions that arises in the mind come to stay with Atma. It is the avidya or ignorance of the individual, his desire for pleasure and attachment to the fruits of his actions that deludes him to the bondage of samsara, to the bondage of samsara. A pure mind leads one to greater glory and happiness, and ultimately to liberation through the final experience of the pure knowledge or true knowledge. While the same mind drags the individual down to lower births when it groans in ajnana or ignorance. Therefore, if we deal suitably with the turbulent mind and quieten its riotous activities, the self is revealed in its infinite glory with no blemish of the Jivatma in him. Because attachment, desire, and so on are of the mind and not of the Atma. So, what about the desire? It remains in the buddhi. So, prior to death, whatever we think, we become that. Ramanam is Bhagavatam. King Bharata, whole life he did penance, tapasya. So much devoted he was, so much knowledgeable. But he was very much passionate with a deer, small deer. And at the time of death, King Bharata became very worried for the deer. And he was thinking of the deer. And in the next birth, King Bharata was born as a deer. But as there was knowledge, so that King Bharata understood why I have taken birth in this lower yoni, in lower birth, in animal birth, or in deer birth. And there was atonement accordingly. That's different issue. So long as we are functioning through our mind, so whoever dies with the name of Ram, 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 Krishna, 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 they go to their respected place of Bhagavan. But before dying, if we acquire that knowledge that there is no death, no born for Atma, and I am that Atma, and if anyone is established in that, there is no pain in death also, and no coming back. Why we get a lot of pain at the time of death? because of attachment. Too much attachment with this body. We all want to live long life and healthy life. And there should not be any poverty. There should be some affluence of flow of everything else. That is why, and not only here, even after death also, we need everything else in an infinite measure. That is why we do yaga, yajna, all such Vedic rituals, because Veda has promised us if we do it with the proper manner, our flat is booked in Swarga. But Jnani doesn't need that. बोला बहुत हो चुका भाई, इधर ही स्वर्ग और नरक देख लिया, लेकिन nothing is permanent. I need permanent sukham. And that is possible only by knowledge, self-knowledge. Other than not a single path will lead you to that. So long as we are functioning through our mind, we are under the spell of attachment, desire, pleasure, pain, and so on. But in deep sleep, when our minds are ineffective, temporarily ineffective, all these turbulence, ripples are not experienced. When I look through a pair of green goggles, everything looks green. When I wear or look through a red goggles, everything looks red. When I look at things with my naked eyes, there is no green, there is no red. Means no greenness, no redness. Therefore, the greenness, the redness is due to the glasses. It is not the problem of the eyes. So, three things should be together. One is scriptural studies or learning, logical reasoning, and experience from my day-to-day life. Shruti, Yukti, and Anubhuti. Upon, based on those three things, we establish anything else, any tattva, any satya, with the help of three things. What scripture says, then logical reasoning, then my own experience, Shruti, Yukti, and Anubhuti. So in waking, Atma thought to here in waking means Atma plus Antakarana. First know that. In dream, Atma plus Antakarana. In deep sleep, Atma is there, Ajnanam or ignorance is there, and others are there but without any feelings. Antahkarana is there, but not expressing. So, when antahkarana is, then likes and dislikes are. When antahkarana is not, likes and dislikes are not. So, it proves that sukh, dukkha, desire, and everything else is belong to mm, in buddhi, not in atma. And this sort of logical reasoning is called anvaya vetireka. According to Western philosophy, concomitance and covariation. Concomitance and covariation. Anvaya and Vyatireka. If one is there, another is there. If one is absent, another is absent. So, this is the logic of presence and absence. Like when there is rain, everywhere is waterlogged. Okay. In the three states, waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state, the Atma is Anvaya. Atma is Anvaya. But Raga, Ichha, both means desire. You know what is the difference between Raga and Ichha? Raga means Prapta Vishaye Kamaha. Something I already possess, but I want to keep it. I have a craving and I have means I keep it and I want it also. I have an attachment in it. That is called raga. Ichha means aprapta vishaye kamaha ichha. What I don't have, but I want to possess it. What I don't have, but I want to possess it. It calls ichha. So, karma has four parts. What is that? Utpadyam, apyam, sanskaryam, vikaryam. Utpadyam, producing, apyam, procuring, sanskaryam, purifying, vikaryam, modifying. So, the thing is, whenever we do anything, any karma, so those four are attached. Clear? So, when ragicha sukha dukkha means it comes due to karma. When we do karma in waking state, we really do karma. Even in dream also, my mind does karma. But in deep sleep, there is no utpadyam, apyam, sanskaryam, vikaryam. It happens. There is no striving. It just happens. So I think today it is very, very clear. You know why we are giving stress? I can finish 2, 3 sloka. But why I have taken one sloka in one day? Every day, at least once also, we suffer from this problem. Either we are happy or we are unhappy. Vishaya Shuk. Because last night I was discussing that Vishaya Sukh दोनों के बीच में पार्थक्य तैयार करता है. Any pleasure out of external things makes a difference between two men. Someone is driving Rolls Royce, someone is, driving some Tata Nano, very small car. So the thing is, one is very costly, another is costly, but so in external factor, there should be divisions. And for this division, I have always craving grave or something. Oh, my neighbor has purchased these things. They are having double door refrigerator. I have seen so tall refrigerator. And like two doors are opening and it is showing what is the temperature right now going on. And my fridge is horrible. Godrej, there is no auto defrost. After 1 week, 2 weeks, I have to do all such things to remove the ice. Everything happens. In Atma Sukham, there is nothing. So all such craving when comes, raga, icha, we get depressed. Or if anyone hurts, so we think they are hurting me. And our whole day gets spoiled. Or just before night, something clash happens, who are husband, wives are there. Last night I was telling that husbands are thinking that for Tulsidas, only one word was enough to leave everything else. And my wife is telling in my ears since last 40 years, but I can't, whatever it is, family matter. So the thing is, in our crisis period, Vedanta is the only medicine. Ultimate medicine, not only medicine. Suppose someone has broken leg or something and only Vedanta is applying. No, 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 no. You have to do treatment. But the ultimate teachings you have to remember. Everything belongs to body, mind, intellect, etc. When they are functioning, all such feelings are there. When they are not, but I exist. Deep sleep में आदमी मर तो नहीं जाते बाबा. In deep sleep nobody dies. I exist. And how? Sukhena maya Nidra abhuyate. Oh, what a wonderful sleep. Means Atma is Sukha Swarupa. All the pleasure, pain, anxiety, doubt, depression, everything comes and goes. It belongs to ego, it belongs to intellect, it belongs to mind. I have no connection with it. Unnecessarily, I adopt them. I identify with myself with them and I suffer. Think of it. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.